as you guys can see from the title, today we're doing Pan Those Eyeshadows Update. As I was checking, you guys, I think I have 2 more updates and then we're done. This one, October, and then I'm ending this at the end of November because December, you guys know I take a break. So technically I have one more round where I'm going to pick products with the exception of today. So yeah, we're coming to a close, you guys. Oh my goodness gracious. So today, as you guys can see, we have quite a bit of a change today, and I will explain to you guys in a second what it is the changes that are doing. I have my eyeshadows here. If you're interested to see how I do this project pan, the rules, my rules, will be down in the description box so you can check those out just so you are aware. But I do have something to say before we continue with it because it's going to be a quick update and there's a reason why. So if you're interested to see where we stand, what we're doing, where we're going, let's get on to it. Okay, you guys, so here's the deal. You guys are fully aware that I did an eyeshadow palette declutter. So that meant that there was no palette that was left untouched, left unseen, or left to be judged, that did not get judged, you guys, I should say, and was not left. So out of my 4 shadows that I have here, 2 of my palettes have left. I realized that just for reference, I had the ColourPop It's All Good palette in here. That one left my collection. I had the cream shadow in here to use, but as you guys know, when I bring in a palette into this project pan, I tend to want to use the palette as a whole. And as I was looking at it to play around with the palette, I was not interested at all. It leaned a lot more pink than I remembered. And I'm somebody that I've said it over and over again. I don't reach for pinks as often. So I knew that I was holding on to it for no reason. It's one of my newer palettes. So I ended up getting rid of that one. So it's no longer in my collection. As far as the single that I had in here, if you remembered in the last update, I made a note that it looked identical basically to the MAC eyeshadow that I had the previous month in here, but just that the MAC one, I liked a lot more. So I ended up decluttering that single as well. All I did was swatch it in front of you guys. That's as far as that eyeshadow went, and I was not interested in using it because I already had something that I enjoyed more, so there was no point of keeping it. So I did also declutter that single. So I didn't even use it once, you guys. And I felt good because it was brand new. All I did was swatch it that one time. So I did end up giving it to somebody who really is going to enjoy it and love it. And it's not as sparkly, so it works with that person because they didn't want something too flashy. And it was perfect. So that means, you guys, we have 2 eyeshadows left in this collection, or in this round, that I will be updating you guys on. That declutter was relatively early on in me updating this project pan. As you guys saw in that video, I already had the palettes on my desk that I was supposed to be using. So I had the whole month basically to use these last 2 shadows. So that should give you an indication where we stand today. Okay, so let's start out with the Stila Amethyst. This was a duo that came in here. The shadow that I rolled in was the first one in here, and I will show you guys where we were before. And this is where we stand today. As you guys can see, I have a really nice dip in there. I've been using this as an eyeliner, outer V kind of shade, and I did put it all over my lid one time. But I will say this is a beautiful eyeliner. I used it the 20 times. No, I did not hit pan. It looked like I was pretty close, but no pan, you guys, no pan. I was actually happy to use this one. It's really nice, and I do like it. It's nothing wrong with it. It's actually a pretty shadow. So I'm bringing this out because I did use it the 20 times, as you guys can clearly see. And then the other update that I had was my ABH Norvina Volume 2. Very happy that this was in here, you guys. I've been trying to use this for a long time just to have an idea, just to have some sort of reason to use it. I know I don't need a reason, but for colorful eyeshadows, it's not something I use every day. So I brought in the shade A2. I'll show you guys where we were before, and you guys, you probably can't even tell a difference. This is it right here. You guys, I used it the 20 times. There is a small bit of a dip in there. I mean, like, it just looks disturbed on here. These are rather deep. These are very pigmented. So you do not need a lot. The majority of the time that I use this was an inner corner highlight. It's beautiful as an inner corner highlight. I loved it with a brown eyeshadow with the kind of color that I have on my eyes today. Loved it every single minute. You guys, loved it. And this is why I got rid of other palettes, because this formula is what I like, and I'd rather reach for this. Very, very beautiful. Very happy I was able to at least use one of them, even though I only used it as an inner corner highlight, but that was exactly how I would use it regardless if it was in this project pan or not. That's how I would use that shadow. So I'm rolling this one out as well. I told you guys that the update was going to be boring because I decluttered a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I have cleaned out all of my spreadsheets. I've cleaned out my Tiny Decisions wheel. So everything should be up to date, including adding the Too Faced Apple Eat and Love palette in this round. So everything should be up to date. There should be nothing out or in that should not be in there. But before we get into rolling in our 1 single and 3 palettes, I'm going to share with you guys all the color stories we've had up until this point. Okay, so we're going to start out with our single because that's just easier. So let's go ahead and get into it. Urban Decay Diamond Dog. Did I bring? I know I brought this in last year. You know what, you guys? I'm going to re-roll because this is something that was already in this project pan. And I'm so over getting the same shadows over and over when I have so many. So I'm just going to do it because I only have 2 more rounds. I'm just going to go with the flow. So we're going to re-roll. Okay, see? Finally have something we've never had in this project. This is the e.l.f. Sand Dune. This is an actual cream eyeshadow, but it is perfect for this time of year. Pretty sure I'm not going to hit pan on it, but we're going to go with it. All right, let's move on to the palette. So we have 3 palettes that we're rolling in, so let's get into it. First up is Too Faced That's My Jam. It's a purpley pink palette. Yay me. All right, that's the first one. Menagerie Paws. That is the round ones. I still own that one. Did I bring that one in already? Let me check. Hold on a second, because I think I already brought that one in. Okay, so this is why I thought I brought it in, because it came up the last time as paws. I accidentally grabbed claws and used claws instead. So technically it did get re-rolled in here twice, but I didn't use paws, so I'm going to keep it in here. So now that we have 2 palettes, let's go on to the third one. Sample Beauty Equalizer 2. Did I bring that one in already this year? I know it's been in this project pan. I'm going to keep this one in here because it's perfect for this time of year. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab all the palettes, and then that way we could see what shadows we are working on this round. I'll be right back. Okay, friends, here we go. I really don't remember if I had Sample Beauty, but I'm just going to let it slide because I already re-rolled for the single, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So the first and the single that we rolled in was Sand Dune from e.l.f. This is a cream eyeshadow. It is perfect for this time of year, you guys. I love wearing this to work. So it's very pigmented and a little bit goes a long way. Guarantee you I will not be hitting pan, but it is a perfect segue to get into my cool toned eyeshadow. So we're going to go ahead and keep this in here. It's a very beautiful shadow, and I feel like they're transitioning these out, which is a shame because these are really good. So that's our single for this round. Then we rolled in That's My Jam by Too Faced. This is an eyeshadow palette I've never used, but I love this color story because these are the kinds of pinks and purples that I can get behind. They're a little bit more unique. They're not your deep purples. They have a little bit of pink in here. So obviously we have 8 shades in here. So I'm going to put in 8. We're going to see what we get. Oh, 3. You guys know we go down. 1, 2, and 3. That color is called Grape Soda. It's a matte purple. And let me tell you, it goes perfect with the e.l.f. one. Look at that. Okay, I guess it's going to be a cool tone kind of fall. So we're going to go with that. So we have that planned out. Then we brought in the Paws. This is Paws by Menagerie, one of the few palettes that I have kept. This was perfect. I really love greens and things, so I ended up keeping this one. There are 9 shades in here. So let's see. Where are we going? 9. It's the last shade in here. It's called Chew Toy, which is this shade right here. Perfect for an inner corner highlight. It's a nice, ooh, that is pigmented. That's going to be my perfect inner corner highlight. Yep. So we have that. And then last but not least is Sample Beauty Equalizer 2. This is what it's looking like. It already has pan in this shade right here. So we're going to minus that one. We're going to skip that one. There are 30 shades. So we're going to put in 29 because one is ineligible. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so it's probably going to be a matte because we're going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is called Love, which is this shade right over here. Oh, that's a pretty brown. Wow, this color story is all over the place. Okay, guys, so here is our color story. We have 2 cool tones and 2 kind of warm tone shades. So I can actually split these into duos and use them that way if I choose to. This one is perfect for this time of year. I might hold off on using this one just because I know that this is something that I can use all the time and not have a problem with it. This one is getting me a little bit weird because I don't know how to use that one right now. I don't really want to use that one. This is going to be in a corner and this is going to be all over the eyelids. It's going to be easy. I feel like these 2 are going to be the easy ones. And I feel like these 2 might be the ones that I'm going to concentrate on. And then keep the lilac and this one for after I'm done meeting my goals on these 2. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. It's very, very unique and different. It's very different from what I've been getting all these past months. I would have never thought. Okay, you guys, so the palettes that I'm bringing in here now should permanently stay. I haven't had the inclination or the feel or the want or the desire to want to declutter anything else. Like I mentioned in that video, my declutter video, I spent over like about 12 days, even more so. I added a few extra days, like I took away days, so I don't want you guys to think I spent like half a month, but technically I did spend almost half a month decluttering my eyeshadow palettes. And I'm happy with where I stand. I have not gone through a drawer where I don't like an eyeshadow palette, so I don't think these are going anywhere. Going forward, these aren't going anywhere. So this is my color story for the month of, what month are we in? September into October, and then I'll have one more round where I'll be choosing new shades, and then after that I'll be wrapping up this project pan, you guys. So it's coming to an end. I'm very happy. I'm kind of feeling burnt out on panning eyeshadows. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I'm contemplating on what to do next year to see where I want to stand because I've been doing this project pan now for 4 or 5 years. I can't remember. A minimum at least 4. I'm not sure if it's 5 years. So I'm getting to that point, and I'll talk to you guys later on in a video in that about that. But I'm happy that at least this is coming out here because this palette is perfect for October and November. So I'm just going to drag it. I'm going to drag this palette out and enjoy that one. This one actually isn't so bad overall for this time of year either, but I feel like this is more like springtime. So I wish I would have gotten a different shade, but I'll deal with that matte. I know I won't hit pan on that one. This one is one perfect for this time of year too, so I wouldn't mind extending this one's life hanging around here. And this is just like the best thing that could have happened. Because I love this and I love to just wear it all over the eyelids. One and done kind of shadow. Perfect. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of my new color story. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Isn't it out there wonky? Yeah. You guys always give me the best ideas of how to use them. So I'll be waiting to read those comments down in the description box. All right, guys. Another video on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then,